If you're looking to make a change to get improved performance, improve your sleep, and help you with your weight loss journey, try Optimum Day and Night. Make a change as soon as you can.
And these have been a real game changer in my health journey. Optimum Day helps your metabolism burn throughout the day, and Optimum Night helps you get a really good sleep throughout the night.
And here's some real life proof on screen right now. Both Robbie and Michael Owen teamed up with Oxford Natural for their wellness journey, and you can see the results for yourself.
So if you want to start your health journey today, click the link in the description below. Get 70% off your first order with the code WATTV. What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here for another Tottenham update. We are here with Brian Daigle. Daigle, how we doing, bro?
Ben, brother, I am all good. It's Friday, one more shift till the weekend. World Cup football, time with you. Possible here we go over the next 24, 48 hours. Fingers crossed. How are you?
I'm great, mate. I'm great. I'm absolutely melting in this studio. Still another baking day in London. What's it saying in Toronto? What's the weather like there?
Mate, it's been quite grey. It's warm, but it's quite grey last couple of days. But expected to heat up next week, so all good. Nothing to the extent that you're going through.
Yeah, it's absolutely mad here. But yeah, you mentioned the World Cup. Talking of the World Cup, the first Spurs player got on the score sheet with Jan-Paul van Hecke in the win against Tunisia yesterday. Bullet header and a top performance to go with it, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was worthy of getting your pants pulled down, really, wasn't it? His passing was exceptional. The stats are that he's had the most progressive pop. Look, it's great to see that happen, isn't it? As you were saying when we were talking backstage, it was just Tunisia, but it's never a bad thing to see Spurs players doing what they do.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo scoring against Uzbekistan and saying, I'm back, it's the World Cup, isn't it? It's the World Cup, and every game is a massive game, no matter who you're playing. So,
correct. And Canada got South Africa.
Yeah.
Come on, Canada.
Canada got a big chance to go to the last 16. Massive chance.
Massive. Let's hope they take it.
Yeah, look, we'll see what happens. But let's get into some transfer news. David Ornstein dropped a half bomber yesterday regarding Lucas Bergvall. He said that the funds obtained from the sale of Elliot Anderson should help Nottingham Forest in their pursuit of Lucas Bergvall. The Swede is the player that Forest want to replace Elliot Anderson. I mean, if we do not go in hard on Nottingham Forest, I want a 20 million or a Morgan Gibbs-White more than any other club are offering. Marinakis needs to pay for what he did last summer.
He certainly does, and I'm sorry, if we're looking at things and with midfielders being a key thing we need, if any deal for Bergvall does not include Morgan Gibbs-White, not just because of my absolute love for that player, we saw the goals that he got for Forest last season. We saw the type of performances. We've got something they want now, and now it's time to go, right, well, you've got something we want. Now we come to the table, and obviously we need to shaft them more than any other team. Like the Tottenham tax, if we're going Chelsea or whatever, they're like, it's the Tottenham tax.
Marinakis
well,
tax.
You've got a Marinakis tax incoming. But if they want Bergvall, this is obviously, if De Zerbi wants Gibbs-White, and you'd think he would, then that's got to be on the table. That would make me the happiest man in the world to get that man in this football club.
And on top of that, we know that they've just got £116 million in for Elliot Anderson. So even without Marinakis, we should be charging them a pretty penny because we know that they've got the money. We know it for a fact.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what you run by. Like we saw with the Gareth Bale money, we tried to spend it before. Or when clubs know you've got a bit of money, then that money, hello, you've just made a huge profit on whatever the fee was for Forest.
I think they signed him for 40 million.
Mate, it's the best part of 100 million profit.
Yeah.
90 million, whatever. Yeah, you've got the Marinakis tax incoming. Bergvall to Forest, though, I can understand why I'd want to go there for progression of first team football. Is it the step up or what he's looking for? We'll see.
Yeah. But yeah, look, I've said it on a number of times. It'll hurt me to see Bergvall leave, particularly to go and play for Marinakis. But it is just what it is right now, and he's not going to be getting first team football. So I understand why he wants to leave. Another young player that is looking to leave the club is Luka Vuskovic. And Sammy Mockbell said last night on Last Word on Spurs that Brighton are now expected to come back with a third bid for Luka Vuskovic. We know the last bid, what was it, around £45 million. So you've got to be looking at, what, north of 50 million for Luka Vuskovic. And that's probably the deal that's going to get done, isn't it? Probably, what, 50, 55 million?
Probably look at it, probably. And obviously, we know how much of a talent this guy could be. We've seen what he's been doing on his loans. But if someone had said you get the best part of 100 million for Luka and Bergvall, whether there's an exchange with Gibbs White, Spurs have made a huge profit, so that's what they like doing, like it or not. More money to reinvest with the money they put in yesterday and what's been going on, what's planned. Sometimes these youth players don't work. Like we see with Pape Matar. Like we'll go back with Johnny Bostock, who was meant to be the next generational talent. Look, you know what I mean, sir? We've had this before. Do I want to see Vuskovic play for another team permanently? Not really. I'd like to see what he can do in the Spurs shirt. But if De Zerbi is getting this money and De Zerbi can bring in the players he wants, and we act promptly with it, I've got no problem with it.
Yeah, look, again, bit similar to Bergvall. It's going to annoy me and it's going to hurt me a little bit seeing Vuskovic leave the club, because we've been so excited for him for so many years now. Well, the last 2-3 years we've been watching him so closely, and every time he does something, you know, the whole of social media is ablaze. Everyone's saying, look what we got, look at our future. And for him to go without even pulling on a Spurs shirt in a competitive game, it is a bit frustrating and annoying. But again, it's time alignment. These guys want to go out, they want to play right now, they want to kickstart their careers on a permanent basis, not loans and what have you. And you know, we're sorted in those positions in terms of, you know, in the midfield, we're looking to bring in proper quality and proper, you know, Bergvall's not going to get a look in the starting lineup, and we've just signed Van Hecker. So Vuskovic ain't going to get a starting spot at Spurs next season. So it just is what it is, isn't it?
It is, and you look at it as well, we've had it that we've said, why don't we sell players at a premium? Why don't we sell them when they're at the best? Why don't we get any money for our youth? And then we could possibly, like we said, north of 50 million for a player that hasn't kicked a professional competitive ball for us. A few years ago, you say that never happened. This youth academy, they run their contracts down. So you've got to look at it with both sides. Do we want Vuskovic with what we've seen as a talent to play for us? Of course we do. But we said we want experience and proven quality. And that's the route we've kind of gone down so far this summer, and you can't have it both ways, can you?
Yeah, and you're talking about close to, or if not more than 100 million for these two players, for Bergvall and Vuskovic, and that's going to pay for the majority of Tonali and Fernandes, and then you've got even more money available then to spend on the forward line.
Exactly. That's what we've got to do. Like I said, if we're going to start acting like a big club or want to be back to where we were and competing with the big clubs, then we've got to be ruthless. They'll have players that come in for 2-3 seasons. If they don't cut the mustard, off you go. We bring someone else in. Exactly. We've had to live on sentiment and sentimentality of players that we think are going to be great, and 9 times out of 10 they turn out anything but.
Yeah, it's true. Going to talk about Savinho. Gone a bit quiet on that front, but Tom Walnut suggests that a deal for Savinho will be pushed through once the situation around Pep Guardiola's successor at City is confirmed. Obviously, it's been confirmed in the media. We got the Here We Go a few days ago for Enzo Maresca. They were just sorting out the severance package with Chelsea, but he hasn't been officially announced yet by Manchester City. So I guess he's suggesting once that official announcement comes, maybe the domino effect will culminate to Savinho joining Spurs. We have heard that they want to do the Savinho deal at the start of the new financial year, which will be the 1st of July, or very close to the 1st of July. So, you know, people still expecting this deal to happen.
Yeah, I mean, this is the deal that's taken so long. This has just rumbled on since last season, hasn't it? And whether it's gone cold, but I think, like you said, the only thought I had was maybe Maresca comes in and actually wants Savinho. But by the sounds of what you're saying, everything, it's pretty much all ready to go, and it could be the July the 1st thing. This deal, when it gets done, it's going to be like, oh, thank God that saga's over. Whether we think it's a player that is going to massively improve Spurs or not, this has been the longest ongoing drama for a player, and it has gone quiet, and let's just get it done and put to bed.
Absolutely. So, I mean, we're less than a week away to go till July the 1st. So I do expect once July the 1st hits, I think the transfer window is going to go in overdrive.
Yeah.
And you're just going to see transfers left, right and centre. Next, we shall be talking about a potential few outgoings. So Tom Allnut suggests, nothing new here to be honest, but he suggests that Pape Sarr and Dragusin could be sold, while Sousa and Mikey Moore are likely to go back out on loan. However, Mikey Moore will hope to persuade De Zerbi of his talents in the pre-season camp out in Australia. With Sarr and Dragusin we know, he's not good enough. He's well down the pecking order. He's got to go. With Pape Sarr is an interesting one, isn't it? Because he's still fairly young, 23 years of age, I think, or 24 now maybe. But we know how good Pape can be on his day, but he just hasn't had his day too often. You know what it is? I think it's ever since he went to the AFCON. He hasn't been the same. He hasn't consistently been the same. He's had games here and there and patches here and there. But before the AFCON, he was consistent. He was getting better all the time. And ever since he's come back from that, he hasn't even been able to get back into the Senegal team after that.
I know. I mean, you look at it. After the start of Thomas Frank, pre-season, he was the standout player. Started the season incredibly. Was absolutely mammoth in the Manchester City away win. Had a vital role to play, and it looked like, oh my God, this is going to be the season that Sarr really cracks on. And what always seems to happen with Sarr, he starts off electric, and then whether it be injury, loss of form, or whatever it may be, it just ceases. It just stops there and never ascends. So he's been in 4 years now in the first team, since Ange, isn't it? Since Ange's first season, and there's just been no real. I still don't know what his best position is.
Yeah, I would say box to box.
Box to box, yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, he's played as a 10 when we haven't had a 10.
He's not a 10, I'll tell you that. He's not a 10.
No, he's definitely, he's not a 10 the way we see a 10, damn right. I just think it's time to go. And he will, I still think there is a player there, but I don't think with what we're trying to do, if someone had said to you, Sarr stays, but you don't get Tonali or Fernandes, I don't think you'll have a single Spurs fan that goes, yeah, but let's keep Sarr. And that's where we are. We need to improve.
Yeah. So I guess when you're looking at it, Sarr potentially leaving or open to him leaving, Bergvall looking like he's leaving, Paulinho, that's gone all quiet, hasn't it? And I feel like maybe we're looking for these players ahead of Paulinho, and Paulinho won't be coming back to the club. So you're looking at the midfield options of Bentancur, Tonali, Fernandes. This is assuming we get them over the line.
Yeah.
So Bentancur, Tonali, Fernandes, Archie Gray, Conor Gallagher, James Maddison, and then Javi when he comes back. Is that enough, and is that good enough for you?
Well, first of all, that is night and day better than what we currently have. Night and day. Paulinho, I just adore, but if you say Tonali, then it's obviously a no-brainer. I'd love to see Paulinho come as a backup. I would love to see, just because I think what he brings is just brilliant. For one window and one summer, I would say yeah. Obviously, Xavi's got to come back. Oh, you forgot to mention Kulusevski.
Kulusevski as well. But yeah, he might prefer him on the right wing, but we'll wait and see.
Exactly. So either way, but he's another one coming back that can play in that midfield, whether he's ready, whether he'll ever be the same. So there's options there. I think Archie Gray, like I said, I'm a fan of Archie Gray. And I think out of all these youngsters that are around the first team, I think he is the one that can reach his potential. I really do. It's a big season for him. Obviously, I'd love to say an MGW in there at any point that I can. But what would you say, Ben? I think that's a competent and a strong enough midfield until January. What would you say?
I'm pretty happy with it. I think, you're looking at pre-Javi coming back. There might be a bit of a lack of creativity. Let's say Maddison gets injured, and then you're stuck with Conor Gallagher in the 10. So I think that's my only issue with it, is the potential lack of cover for James Maddison, because I'm not totally comfortable with Conor Gallagher. I mean, if it was up to me, I might even look to move on Conor Gallagher already and bring someone else in.
Well, the only other thing I was going to say to that is if these are all ifs, if Kulusevski was back, you could potentially either play Kulusevski there, like we saw in centrally, or move Kudus in and put Kulu right. But that's, again, these are all if buts and maybes. If Kudus is back and fit and firing, if Kulusevski can play at all. But yeah, I'm not with you with Gallagher. I think Gallagher could be an important player for us this season. I really do.
But where do you see Gallagher fitting in? Because I feel like whenever he's played in the 8, he's been pretty poor. His best performances have come in the 10. His best performances have come in the 10 for Crystal Palace and Chelsea as well. But I just don't see him as being creative enough. His pressing is brilliant. His work rate is brilliant. No doubt about it. But I just don't think he's creative enough.
I think what we've got to look at as well is, you remember when De Zerbi first came, he said, I'm not going to input my philosophy too much, because at the moment the only issue is survival. I don't want to overload the players. We just got to get through this season, survive. So I think this pre-season obviously is going to be a massive overhaul of style, training, what we do and how he wants us to play, and then we'll be able to judge what Conor Gallagher is going to do, because it's going to be a different approach to last season. I would agree that if it's like you were saying, come January, then it may be an option. But I think he deserves, after the upturn in form we had under De Zerbi, especially the Villa game and the Brighton game that we drew at home, he was all action. He deserves to start the season in a Spurs shirt.
Fair play. I guess we'll see what happens. Look, I'm comfortable with the midfield. That's just my only little niggle I have with it. But with one game a week, it should be fine. Mikey Moore and Sousa, though, going on loan. With Sousa on the Sousa front, you look at left back with Robertson and Doggy there. The plan has got to be maybe to loan Sousa out for the next 2 seasons, and then hopefully by the time Robertson's contract comes to an end, Sousa's ready to take that role.
Yeah, that could be. But then I would hope it'd be in European football. We don't send him back to Brazil to go on loan. He needs to be getting used to like European football and everything that comes along with it. And you look at it, he's got to, because you've got Van der Ven that could go there. If Spence is still a Spurs player, he could go there. And at the worst of the worst, if Ben Davies is back in fitness, so we are stacked at left back. So he's got the opportunity to go. And I think you might be right, a 2-year loan deal with one club might be given the stability, let him grow. And so he's definitely going out on loan, though, isn't it? That's without question of a doubt.
Yeah, and I think Mikey will as well. The last story we've got is pretty much a non-story, a complete non-story, because we've been linked with Marcus Rashford over the past couple of weeks. And Sammy Mockbell says Tottenham do retain a historic interest in Marcus Rashford, but a deal is currently considered financially difficult for Spurs to do. And Fabrizio Romano has dismissed the links between Marcus Rashford and Tottenham. There is nothing between Rashford and Tottenham Hotspur. As things stand, there are no talks, no concrete interest from Spurs. So I think we can put that one for bed for now.
I think we can, but did you say historic interest? I might have to try and find that tweet. that is a new buzzword phrase. Yeah, look, I would love Marcus Rashford at Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. I think he is perfect for our left wing. I would love him at the football club. But I heard you and Simeon talking about it yesterday when he said he's got his he's on 350 or whatever it was.
325,
Yeah, in what world are we paying that? Because it's just not happening. Would I love to see it? Yes. Does it happen in a month of Sundays? Absolutely not.
Well, probably most likely, but you never know with this new way Spurs, what new direction Spurs are going in. But I can't see it. If it's anything, it's a loan. But definitely not to sign him for that money for like on a 3-4 year contract. I think that's crazy talk. But
100%. 100%.
Yeah. But look, that is all we have for you today. Hopefully, we're going to have something with more substance later on today. But that's it for now. Do go and subscribe to Tottenham on Tour as well. Big up to Mr. Daigle, and we'll see you all very soon. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.